It's been weeks. It's been a while. We're back
Oh,
though. Hi everyone. Hope you're doing okay. We're back. Welcome to the Hidden Tomb of Akarut, show where we play some RPG stuff and have some good times and distract ourselves with good times. And you know what? That sounds like a fun thing and a good thing to do right now. It's been a while, so I'm gonna ask Emily. Emily, what did we do last time? What is this game about? What are we doing?
Um, right. We were walking around the alien spaceship, and Jack's character Zuriel attacked us because he got infected with a weird alien brainworm,
True.
and the episode before that, session before that, we found out that one of our longtime friends, Parius, was actually evil and has decided to go
what
north.
is evil?
a death god worshipper. That's as much
Okay.
as we can establish.
Yeah, he's a death god worshiper. Does that mean he's evil?
That remains to be seen.
You know, you guys went to the death god's temple and like freed the death god. In some ways, you guys have a better claim on evil than Perius does. He just worships the death god. And you know, for someone who worshipped the death god, his first thought was, hey, maybe I could get my friends to come join me. We could hang out together with friendship. And that sounds like a nice thing to do.
See, I think the issue with that is that would technically, like, if that wasn't evil or if that was evil, question mark, that would make Tis more technically evil than Zuriel. And like,
my impact has been worse at the very least. Yeah.
I think collectively on a moral slider, those things would not be on the same level.
That's true. Tiss's intent is less evil than Zuriel's, but his
impact. Tiss would agree actually that Tiss would agree that their impact has been worse than his.
Yeah, that is funny, isn't it?
Tiss dislikes himself too much.
A
little bit. Yeah, and then you also found these cool containers that were filled with stuff. Specifically,
we took a lot of it.
And we started drugging each other because that's what you do when you find a case full of weird powder.
You know, that seemed like the right thing to do at the time. So we got several things. We got something that is dark water, definitively. Then we got a porous series of rocks, the color of blood. We got flaky shavings that are reflective. Weird, finely grained sand-like thing. And of course, our blue viscous liquid that we now know is Earth's blood. So we've got dark water and Earth's blood. And then two other things. Sorry, three other things.
We got sand rope traps, that's right. Because I made the traps that were absolutely terrifying, but still pretty cool.
Right. And we got a giant attack from a alien worm thing too. All that happened.
I have 13 hit points after that. Now I remember why I have 13 hit points.
And last I checked, there is an intention to get out of here and head back to town, but I don't believe we actually did. So I think that's where we're going to start.
I believe we also have some of those substances in tow. I forget how much, but
I think you certainly do. You can decide how much. They've got lots of them, barrels of them.
And we have a horse.
I put
and a cart,
9. I don't know what 9 is supposed to represent, but like we have 9 Earth's blood, so like
okay. We'll go vials.
Okay, could be anywhere from like buckets full to carts full to like tiny little vials that fit in your pocket, and it really 9 is not a good number.
Well, I happen to know that Earth's blood is typically sold in vials, although they did have barrels of them. But I thought you guys had vials or flasks that you put it into, or something like that.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
could have been 9 droplets. Could have been 9 barrels.
Could be 9 droplets. Maybe 9 barrels. Maybe 9 continents.
We have 9. It's just
9 oceans.
there's no unit of measurement. It's just 9. Like it is infinite and it is not infinite at the same time.
I always love that. There's like a, money being like a thing that you just sort of fling at people.
You
in
can
fantasy
buy
novels.
9 things. The cost doesn't matter. It could be like a pack of chewing gum or like a $10,000 house, but like you can only
It's a
buy
game
9
that sort of
things.
functions like that. It's pretty funny.
But,
That's okay. Different thing. Okay, let's so there y'all are. And y'all are having just left this place. And you see your horse. And your cart is destroyed.
shit.
There was that massive worm that we forgot to mention.
Oh,
The massive worm that ate Tis, and then Tis got out, and then we flew away.
that's true.
Yeah, we did kind of Peter
I
Pan our
forgot-
way out.
Yeah, I
of
forgot
it.
about that part.
That
The
is
Peter
true.
Panning.
How did we forget about the worm?
No, the
I mean,
flying.
I
The flying
remembered
part.
the worm because I remembered I almost got aided, but like
Yeah.
the Peter Pan part
The
kind
flying, I
of skipped my
forgot
memory.
Same.
Guys, it's been a while. That's gonna be sort of a silly stream. For those of you watching, I hope you enjoy a good silly stream because it's been a while, and so that just happens sometimes, and I approve because I like silliness.
Okay, so quick question: how is the cart destroyed? Like, is it like the sides torn off, or is it like just obliterated?
Sure. Well, it looks as if someone rotted the wood through.
Huh?
Curious?
Yeah.
I think
How
so.
would you know?
Like when we were like, we don't want to come with you, and then he just decided to ruin our cart.
And what a dick.
I don't know.
Right
He
now
doesn't
he's
really
evil.
seem like the type of person to do that, but then again, I didn't realize that he was evil, so
Wait,
guess I
did
don't
we
really know
leave
him
anything on the cart? Like,
Nope.
Well, it was just the cart outside, right? Before we've brought our stuff out.
Nope.
Did
yeah.
the cart appear when you got your horse, or was it like a separate thing that was already there?
I think we arranged one because the horse doesn't come with one.
Yeah.
Right. Because I was going to say you could just like stop the spell and start it again.
Oh god, this is going to be a really, really terrifying question. Could I inspect it to see if the rot is from old age?
Interesting. Yeah. Why don't you roll an investigation check?
Okay. That is a terrifying question to pose, and I am sorry for putting that in everybody's minds.
But that's what made me think it was Perius, actually, because he's a cleric. He can manipulate like life.
Well, I'm not thinking it's like just the cart. If you catch my drift.
Oh.
Yeah. We were just inside of a strange alien spaceship, so.
Well, it is rot. It looks like there have been bugs inside of it that have caused it to decay over a long period of time.
Okay. And a long period of time we wouldn't be able to say like is a long or a long it's just long, right?
The wood is pretty soft and weak, and was not made to be soft and weak, and like shaves away at your touch. So the wood looks like it's about a couple hundred years untreated.
Do we remember if it was treated when we got it?
Yeah, it was treated when you got it. All wood is treated if you're using it, basically. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to sit on it.
Oh no. Maybe I'm just going for like the worst case scenario, but
Yeah, don't do that because I will like tag along like so easily. I'm there already. In fact,
yeah, like I'm thinking like what has moved along in that span of time, and the things that we have left are considerably awful if they were left for even 100 years. Okay.
That powder tastes like it's something that reminds you of home, and then it accelerates your clock 100 years.
Oh shit! Yeah.
No, I was mostly joking, but
Well, it could be any like. I mean, to be fair, we've all ingested the substance. Our substance is. So like, yeah, realistically, we could have been messed with by whatever it was, or the ship, or any of the things that we did inside the ship.
mhm.
I have a question.
Mm,
Was the horse standing outside this whole time?
yes.
It
And do
helped us
horses
at one
have a
point.
concept of time?
Sorry, say again.
Do horses have a concept of time, or are they not really that
That's up to
intelligent?
Tis. Tis, does your magical horse have a concept of time?
The spell does note that it's intelligent, like enough to converse with me. So yeah, I
There you
feel
go.
like it could. Yeah.
And sure.
Okay, just ask the horse whether it watched the car.
Oh, that's a yeah. I should have done that. Yeah. Tempest. Um, a couple questions. Did you see what happened to the card, and what day is it? What year, actually? Ask that first.
Tempest looks at you stiffly, unblinking.
You okay, Tempest? They're not responding.
Has the horse been petrified somehow? Can the horse die?
Why don't you roll Arcana?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Now I need my spell list.
You know, not gonna lie, do horses have a concept of time? It's such a strange question to start at 11 a.m.
No, I'm okay with it. Felt right to me. I'm glad that was the right question. 25. Yes, something has petrified the horse. Some sort of spell is holding it in place. You recognize Hold Beast or something of that sort.
Okay.
Hold
Do
Magical
I know
Beast.
how strong this spell would be?
Say again?
Do I know how strong that spell would be?
Probably around a 3rd level spell.
Okay, cool. Can I use Dispel Magic?
Sure. The horse is suddenly freed and starts moving around, and it does like a little horse shake, shakes itself out.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you.
Tis. Greetings. Sorry. I was paralyzed. I could not reply.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry. Elia here was able to help you with
I am grateful to her.
that. I am as well. Oh, he says he's great.
Oh, can I think Celia like walks up to it and is about to like give it a bit of a pet, and then realizes that's probably a bit weird considering it's intelligent, and just kind of slowly puts her hand down.
If she likes, she may feed me a carrot.
He says you can feed him a carrot if you want.
I would love to feed him a carrot. Do I have a carrot?
I have no idea.
I can make a carrot. I've got that plant wand.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a carrot and feed it.
He munches on it.
Oh.
It was your friend Teperius.
Yeah. It was Parius. There's that between crunches.
I I didn't think to stop him because he was your friend Parius. And then he paralyzed me and I could not stop him. And then he touched the cart. And this carrot is really good.
I'm glad. Yeah, he's off our friend registry. He's off that list for the time
Understood.
being.
Anyone else? Flicks its eyes at cereal.
Hey, I only attacked them. That's more than within our friendship boundaries, right, guys?
Kind of actually. No, he's just unconventional and reckless, which has been fun, admittedly. No, but Perry is definitely
Just checking. It's always anyone you say. Flicks its eyes at Celia.
Okay.
You know, we could use some glue to put this cart back together. Just say.
I tell Tempest
off
he says
note.
that. I think it's telepathic, but I tell Tempest he said that. This guy's making glue jokes. It's funny. Yeah, sorry about that. I probably should have brought you in. I didn't think to, and also I didn't think it was safe. So
I am happy to serve. I was told to guard the cart, and I apologize for my failure.
oh, no need. You performed perfectly. Actually, on that note, I'm glad. Not really. I'm partly glad that you were out here, because I was going to ask the year again, but I guess we know it wasn't 100 years. It was just various. Okay.
It has certainly not been 100 years, unless I was paralyzed. My sense of time was not paralyzed. I do not believe.
That seems likely that it wouldn't.
It's been about 3 or 4 hours since you went inside.
Okay. So I'll turn to the rest of the group and relay that to Asperius. We're not 100 years. We didn't get ripped in.
Unless my sense of time was paralyzed when I was paralyzed, and you were also paralyzed and lost your sense of time when I was paralyzed, and we were all paralyzed and lost our sense of time together.
Slowly turns their head back toward Tempest. That seems less likely, but I can't say it's not possible.
Now here's the real question. As a horse with a particularly keen time sense, I must ask, if every single thing on the planet was time stopped simultaneously for the same amount of time, would it really matter?
Yes.
The quarks and the atoms, absolutely. If it doesn't, then
Yes, I would argue yes. Universally, perhaps not, but also I think yes, I would say yes in that case too. Individually, I think almost everybody would find that. I think that would matter to almost anybody. Wouldn't it matter to you?
I mean, I plop out of existence when you don't think about me.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of. I just realized, kind of fucked up, Beta Spirit, ain't it?
Little bleak. Well,
Like foster home from imaginary friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't hurt. I come back. It's good.
Well, the reason I say that it would matter to me whether 100 years or not had passed is because I know mortals. Many mortals that I care about dearly. A few here, everyone here. So we should probably get you some of those. Or friends, maybe, not just specific mortals.
Friends. You know I'm a horse, right?
Yeah. My Little Pony friendship is magic is going to have to wait for another episode, perhaps.
I forgot to mention Tempest has a little storm cloud mark on his hindquarters. Yeah, I had always assumed animals had friends just like us.
I mean,
I know cows do.
I have you.
That's right. Yeah, you do. I was hoping I would be the first one. But also you can trust everyone here until you can't. I won't pretend to be pathetic.
Really?
Speaking
of just like that.
I will tell you this, but please do not tell Celia.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I was testing to see if she would poison me.
Oh.
What?
That's why I asked for the carrot.
I like
Celia?
Carrot.
Because I would neutralize the poison. It wasn't
you
poison.
You can do that? Oh.
So.
I'm going to say the 4 scariest words that you guys have heard me say all campaign. I have a plan.
I was going to say, can I bag it?
I'm going to need a small water dish, a little bit of water if we have some, and then I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to scrape off a metal shaving from the remains of the cart.
Okay.
What
the cart is mostly wood.
What?
The cart is mostly wood. There's rusted nails.
Okay, perfect. A rusted nail would work. So
great.
What are you planning on doing before we let you go ahead with this?
Well, this is a old Boy Scouts trick. I'm gonna dip the tip of a nail into Urk's blood, or whatever shaving I get off of the nail, and I am going to drop it in the water. Because he cast whatever spells those are, there may be some sort of trail or indicator that may make the compass that I just made a point in the direction that he went.
You just made a compass.
Kind of a compass. A magic detecting compass, but same.
I think I have a compass.
Why don't you roll alchemist tools for me to get this to work? Does that seem appropriate?
I got you covered. I really got you covered.
Yeah, awesome. Northwest.
Cool.
Well, that makes sense because he said that what's his name? Thingamabob the evil god.
Thingamabob the evil god.
Akarut.
No.
Oh yeah, that is true.
What's his name?
Kultix, aka Akarut. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Thingamabob.
See, we can construct this elaborate compass, or we could use common sense.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, Parius, we don't trust him anymore. So the fact that he said, "Oh, I'm going to go northwest and hang out with Kultix," maybe he was lying.
I don't know. It's kind of like a thing to be lying about.
We know that he's north, but we don't exactly know the direction. So if we did want to find him, that would be useful.
True.
Yeah. I feel like I might be able to as well, like with divine sense or something.
I'm thinking it's probably difficult to get back to camp without a cart, right? Because we're carrying a lot of stuff as well, and there are quite a few of us, and we can't all sit on this horse.
Well, I mean, you walked through the desert here, riding the cart. It's true. The cart has been destroyed. But we do. How if you carry less stuff, then theoretically you could get back to camp.
We should try to repair the cart. I feel like. Yeah. Sorry, go
ahead. I was thinking, I have a spell called Fabricate. I'm not sure whether a cart would be a bit too difficult.
Not at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could make us a cart.
Well within the bounds of the spell, right? Let me double check.
I can't make items that would usually require a high degree of craftsmanship.
I don't think a cart is a high degree of craftsmanship. I mean, it says its literal example is making a bridge out of wood.
That requires a lot of craftsmanship. I don't know why they would include that if that's the rule.
What they're saying is that like you couldn't make a like a musical instrument is really what they're saying.
And armor and weapons and stuff.
Yeah, and armor and weapons. Really, that's what they're saying. Let's be real. It's this game. Armor. Yeah, no. So I think a cart out of wood seems pretty good. Do you have enough wood?
Well, could I use the wood that's been ruined? I suppose it's not really. It is wood, but it's probably not good raw material.
Well, I know what we can do.
Go for it.
Technically. Okay. This is going to be a long shot, but we're going to need some sort of glue-like substance, and we can definitely make plywood. Like, plywood is surprisingly... Well, I guess it, depends on the boundaries of, what is the modernity in this game, but, it's literally just a mix of wood shavings, which we can use for rotten wood. We can use sand as a filler. We got plenty of that. And then as long as we have some sort of glue, we'll be fine. The horse joke is still there.
I love it. I think that's friggin' brilliant, and I'm totally down. I think this is awesome. Jack, how are you going to? How is Zerial going to make glue while you set the rest of the team working on wood shavings and sand?
So we're in the middle of a desert, right?
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, this could be terrible.
Tempest glares at you. You are not.
Well, no, not using the horse, but it could be far worse than using the horse, which is terrible. And I need Tiss's help, actually. All right, a 50-50 shot. I'm just gonna roll a D2. Wait, how do I do it? Advanced.
You can /roll space 1d2.
Okay, yeah, no, we're going for it, I guess. I'm going to take a large stick or a pole or whatever we have in the ground, and I'm going to start rotating it. And I'm going to stick it as far down into the sand as I can.
To what point and purpose?
Worms. Like, little known fact, that's how you get worms to surface.
In what kind of terrain?
In dirt mostly, but like the issue with that is we just got rid of like the big worm and like the little worms would make excellent glue. The big worm probably not going to make some great glue.
I mean, it would if we could kill it.
Parts of it, no.
Are there any plants? I should probably ask that first.
Yeah, plants.
It's like a desert, but is there like an oasis? Oh shit, you're right. Okay, why are we trying to find why are we trying to find giant angry worm when we can just have plants?
What kind of plants would you like? No, actually, I'll make mint because then the cart will smell nice.
I mean, not quite sure if it'll work like technically, but it's fantasy, so
yeah.
There's got to be a plant that is actually used for glue or something. Like there has to be.
Thankfully, we have Google on our side. Plant used for glue, vegetable glues, agar, colloids and marine plant, algin that is derived from seaweed, and gum arabic, an extract of the acacia tree. A fun fact about gum arabic is it's in absolutely everywhere, and yes, it is in gum. So
there you go. Why don't we roll a nature check? Someone.
I think that's Celia. She's the one that got the wand.
Yeah.
Celia, why don't you roll a nature check for us? Yeah, I think you know about gum arabic. Sure.
Okay, cool.
The acacia tree. That's what you need. You need to make the acacia plant. So Celia starts making the acacia plant. Jack, you start teaching people how to get wood shavings and sand together. Jack, I feel like this is another one of your roles. Let's get another alchemist tools roll to make plywood. To invent
not the best plywood.
Yeah. It turns out that the wood's pretty rotted through, so it's like the wood shavings just aren't enough. So it's plywood, but it's definitely like it's a weaker plywood. So this card is not going to last a long time. Should the fabricate spell be cast upon this plywood?
Fair enough.
Wait, what about there were barrels inside, right?
True.
Could we use one of the barrels?
That is an even better thing. Again, the less complicated, the more common sense.
Plywood, and you want to go just get a barrel?
Honestly, though, this is just why I'm so glad that like it's not just like.
Yes, you can go get a barrel and use your fabricate spell on the barrel. After we invented plywood,
I think we can progress forward in human history. Make this amazing technology, or we could just use the stuff that we got over there.
Fine. Yes, Celia, you can go get the barrels. Sounds good. So you go get the barrels and you cast fabricate and you make a cart. That's pretty cool. I like the fabricate spell. It's a lot of fun.
I love fabricate. I used it for the first time with for the wizard I'm playing recently.
I think it's one of my favorite spells in the game.
It's a great
Fabricate
one.
and Legend Lore
I made
and Disintegrate.
our Tabaxi rogue passed away, and they had a bunch of string in their bag, and I turned it into a bracelet with it. That's one of my favorite spells in the game as well.
What is it with you and Dead Tabaxi?
Yeah,
It's like that's 2 for 2 now, man. You're really not having a hot streak when it comes to luck in that area.
Tabaxi friends, furry friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, sounds like we have a cart now.
Stuff.
Congratulations. You've got a cart now. What's the plan?
Load up the cart.
Yeah, we should load up, get back, and then I have a plan to upgrade it too.
Oh god.
Don't worry, it only involves grappling hooks.
That concerns me more. Yeah. I have a concern. The worm. It's still out there, and it navigates by sound, I think, or targets things by sound.
That is a good point.
It could have gone away from the spaceship and it decided not to. So I feel like it's either familiar with the spaceship or it just wants to kind of stay around it. So if we get far enough away from it, then it shouldn't bother us. Maybe.
I hope that's yeah. It is on an alien planet.
You know what I could do as well? We need a large rock. But I could, like, the same thing that I was doing with the stick in the ground, right? You could automate that with a little bit of rope, right? You just put the rope in the rock in a way that it twists down and unfolds, and then it will spin the centrifuge of it. And that would technically make a distraction. As long
so
as
we want to distract the worm from potentially coming after us.
Yeah. Like, if it is still around, it would probably go after that.
Could just use something like Thunderwave.
That is true too, but that's like a point in cast of the person who cast it, so that's probably going to be a little bit more terrifying.
It sounds like the common thread is that we need to make noise as we go along, so we're not the only thing making noise.
Absolutely no noise at all. If we could get the cart in the air.
Wait a second. I think I have a good idea. I need a large and heavy weapon that something that could be considered a weapon that somebody wouldn't mind losing.
What?
Yeah. So I can return a weapon to my hand. I forget what it is.
You'd want to throw it and return it?
Yeah, throw it and return it in front of us. Just kind of like, in Dark Souls, if you're like going off of an invisible place and you're throwing out those little pebbles.
Oh, yeah. I never thought to use the pebbles to do that.
Yeah, kind of in front of us. Just that way it's like, if a giant worm pops up, then,
But behind us might be better, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how fast we're going.
I mean, I think we did establish pretty clear that you could not outrun the worm.
Right, we could only outfly it.
It was just Christmas. We could technically have little reindeer noses.
This is yeah, of course. It's not a cart, it's a sleigh.
It's a sleigh, and I'm Santa Claus. The good old Zero Claus, giving all the kids swords for Christmas.
Zero Claus. I feel like that has a very different sound to it than Santa Claus.
Like, people say swords are dangerous for children, but if they cut themselves, it's an important lesson. So
Also, let's be real, sleighs are useful in sand.
Yeah, I was gonna, yeah.
It might even be a sleigh.
But I think like the whole morally gray workshop thing is just right up Zerial's alley.
It really is. It's just, it is his alley. That's the alley that he owns. He owns that alley.
Got his name on it, on a plaque and everything.
It has been 14 hours since the last time someone was sacrificed against their will to accomplish the greater task.
Bless. These iPhones got to be made somehow.
Oh, they count by hours, not days. Jeez.
Hours, of course.
I mean, it's Zerial's workshop. What do you want from me? You're lucky I'm not counting by minutes.
Yeah, time moves faster for the little guys. Okay.
Okay. Let's
yeah, go back to the issue at hand.
Yeah, it looks like we don't have an option outside of just booking it and trying to make as much noise as we can to distract from our normal noise. Because I can't. I'm not going to be able to make no noise at all. I physically can't. Even without the armor, I'm just not that graceful. So, maybe we could work that to our advantage. Actually, I could be the noise, maybe.
I can technically use minor illusion, as long as it's so weird because like there's really like this is like blurring the line because it says that you can't like a sensory action, it can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect, but it can create a sound up to a scream. So
it's harmless sensory effects, right? Or no, that's thaumaturgy.
Yeah, so like I don't know what constitutes like the difference between sound and like physical interaction because sound obviously does have physical interaction. But
wait, I have an idea. If Tis does want to be the sound, then I have one more spell left for fly. So I could, if Tis doesn't mind, then we could make the noise together, and then if the worm comes, I can just cast fly and you could pick me up.
Oh, true. Oh, we did that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, but there were two of you picking me up. I don't know how heavy Celia is.
Okay, so, you could cast it on 2 people at most?
Well, no, I can cast it on one person, and it's a touch spell.
Okay, so it might be the case that 2 of us will just have to go ahead with the cart, and then 2 of us will make noise, and then if we draw the attention of the worm, fly away. Like one group relatively close behind the other, but not enough for them to be in danger of the worm. I don't know, actually.
It's desert, so we should still be able to see each other. Fingers crossed. Unless it's like a sandstorm or something.
Yeah, I was about to say. Zerial, what do you think, Lyra?
It's I'm fine with it. Like we really don't have any other better options. So
with your just does the like magic hands gesture. With your magic, would you be able to make the sound of what you were just doing, but with like a larger stick?
What do you mean?
So make the same sound, but make it sound as if it were being made with a larger, or I guess the end of a larger.
Oh, you mean the worm turning thing?
Mm-hmm. And then could you just cast that behind us periodically as we go on?
The issue with that is that's not really a sound, it's a vibration thing. Like the stick produces vibrations in the ground that the worms just jive to. They just roll up to the top. Oh, it's rain. It simulates rain. Why am I being...
Oh. I don't think Tis would know this, but above game, sound is vibration, right? It's just air wiggles.
Yeah. So if that works, then yeah, I guess it's just up to Matt.
The thing is that the minor illusion is it's a range of 50 feet, I believe. 60 feet, maybe 60 feet.
Shorter, 30 feet.
30 feet.
Ooh.
So, like, yes, you could do it, but it will like stay within 30 feet of the cart. So,
Yeah.
like, it's actually in some ways guiding the worm towards you
Yeah.
more than like a distraction. Yeah. So I don't know. So let's think about this for a second. There's a giant purple worm somewhere nearby. It's attracted to sound, or it seems to be, and probably wants to eat you. Probably because you're tasty. You've got this cart. You want to go back to camp, but are worried that the cart is going to trigger the giant purple worm. Now you've been walking back and forth a little bit for a while and haven't triggered the giant worm yet. But there's a reasonable amount of fear, and I think not unwarranted fear, that that when the cart starts to move, it will cause even more vibrations and noise, and therefore get the purple worm's attention. That's sort of where we're at right now. So the plan that I hear, the couple plans that I hear are, we'll go somewhere else and make a lot of noise, and then escape the purple worm, because we already know that flying helps escape purple worms. That's the plan that I've heard. And then the other plan is constantly alert the purple worm to your presence in 30-foot increments.
Yeah, that one maybe.
Damn right.
that one we can probably strike.
That one's my favorite,
Okay.
to be honest.
Okay. Well, it seems to me like the correct plan then, so for the by omission, by processes of elimination, the correct plan is the start the cart going, try and make as much noise somewhere else, and then fly to escape. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Sounds terrifying, but yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, Lyra. You are an expert in stealthy things. How do you make a cart stealthier?
Also make a cart stealthier. In terms of it not making any, right? In terms of it, you not being able to see it or not being able to make it making much sound.
I think at this point we're talking about sound, so stealthy sound.
Oil the wheels.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you have oil of some sort that would work for that? Are you like the type of person, the type of rogue who keeps like oil in your thieves' tools kit that would soften the wheels and make them less likely to creak?
Yeah, I'd imagine I would use it more for metal and stuff like that, but I guess it would work on this.
I mean, there's a metal there's a metal part of the wheel. Yeah, sure. Why don't you roll a thieves' tools check with let's say with intelligence.
You guys might hate me for this, but I think we actually should take a page out of Santa Claus's book. It being a sleigh. Yeah,
that
like
one,
a sled or a sleigh. But I get to wear the beard and the red outfit, okay?
So it's a sleigh instead of a cart?
That would probably work a little better, right?
Yeah.
Fine with me.
I would think so.
Then
You happy with that, Celia? You're the one who crafted it.
I mean, my issue with that is that then there's more surface area touching the ground, which means potentially more vibrations through the ground.
Does it need to be? Like, it could be
Yeah, like the two helicopter landing things. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Skids, I think that might be called.
Yeah.
So could you make? Yes, you can make skids if you wanted to make skids. Does that sound reasonable, Celia?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to remind everyone that the last episode was our holiday episode. Okay. So Celia, you fabricated skids on this thing. Okay, well that changes the nature of the question that I'm asking Lyra. Then Lyra, this is not a wheel that you can soften like that because it's a skid. So no, it's fine. I don't mind. So do you have any way that you make this sleigh on skids? quieter or stealthier, or maybe it's quiet and stealthy enough.
Well, I was going to ask a slightly different question of more. Could
Mhm.
we use like an odd odor? So if you use prestidigitation on the cart, could we create an odor that's maybe resembles some kind of like pesticide, I guess, that would make the worm not want to come towards us?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, you want
Yeah.
to try to assault the other senses of this creature. Yes, I think that's absolutely something that prestidigitation could do.
Cool. I think I'll try that. I don't exactly know what they wouldn't like. I would go for some kind of strong chemical smell.
Why don't you
It's
roll
carnivorous.
Yeah, we'll go for a strong chemical smell. Why don't you roll a nature check?
Lyra's back, everybody.
Not you.
Was that your first roll this session?
Oh my god.
How, Lyra? How?
She tried.
Bad luck right there.
Oh my god.
It's like, this transcends possibility.
It's a dice curse. It's a legitimate dice curse.
Like, I've never seen somebody who can't they can't play D&D to the maximum of their ability, not because of anything that they're doing in the game. They are the perfect player simply because of the dice rolls that they do.
What?
They are getting
Asma,
self-nerfed.
I have a dumb question. Have you angered any spirits?
What?
I don't think so. I'm not casting more, so I don't think so.
What you got
I
to do
meant like
is,
in real life. I meant Asma, not Lyra. I don't
Oh
want to
my
break.
I mean, you never know. But it's pretty.
Okay. We need to
Fair
play
enough.
we need to play Call of Cthulhu or
You
something
know
and
what?
see if it
I think I have
persists.
an idea.
No,
we
I
do-
mean, you're welcome to have an idea. Go for it. Have your idea.
Well, I'm just thinking, since Roll20 clearly just hates Lyra, maybe we should just reverse all of her dice rolls. So every time she gets a 1, it's actually a 20.
10 bucks says
honestly,
next rolls a 20.
you know what? I guarantee it's probably the case.
Okay.
Wait, how many things do I have of the
Okay.
potion thing? Let me see.
So you make this sick, rotting smell, chemical smell coming from the cart. Just leaking behind you. And you, Lyra, and Zerial hop on the cart. Tempest starts clip-clopping away and pulling you through the sand. Meanwhile, you leave behind Tis and Celia. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know how. That thing is so fast. I don't know if it matters that we're like as far as possible behind them, but we should be as far as possible.
Sure. What does that mean to you? 100 feet? 200 feet?
Sight. I think at least we should keep them within sight's range.
Okay. So like 2 miles?
I don't know, honestly.
Sight is pretty far.
Okay, then yeah, maybe a mile.
Okay. Because it's a desert, there's not a lot of interrupted visions. There's some dunes, I guess. Okay, well then you're probably about a half a mile away when the horrific scent that Lyra has made strongly attracts a giant purple worm that
Oh my
erupts
God.
through the sand and bites into the cart.
Oh no!
Destroying your brand new sled that you just invented.
Aw.
Lyra, Zerial, there the two of you are. How you guys doing? There's a purple worm right there.
I'm not moving a muscle. That's what I'm doing.
Yes, Zerial.
You've also got Tempest with you, just to be clear. Lyra, what are you doing?
Lyra's giving up on a career. She's retiring to live in the sand.
Solid.
Is a
You
summon,
know,
right?
that's fair.
Like Tempest is a summon, right?
So
Yeah, yes.
He can disappear at his own will?
I'm
Question
not
mark?
sure, actually.
just as well.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I apologize profusely for what I'm about to do, but I'm going to like kind of not like hit the horse, but you know, like when you just kind of go, yeah, but like you tap the side of the horse
Mm-hmm.
There's a word
to
for
get
that,
him to
yeah.
run
You want to get him to run?
away from us. Yeah.
Okay, so do you unhook him from the cart?
Well, there was no cart to unhook him from.
I mean, it's like in
The remains of the cart.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll unhook him pretty quick.
Okay, so you unhook him. Yeah, why don't you roll a stealth check for me?
Okay. Oh boy.
I cannot believe how much animal cruelty Zuriel is responsible for.
And it doesn't
Freeing
seem
the horse. This is not animal cruelty. Yeah.
Cow.
Okay, well, let's roll. On a 2, it'll be Tempest. On a 1, it'll be you.
Always.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, it doesn't like you, and it smells you, and you smell like food to it. Does a 24 hit?
Let me see if there's anything I can do about. Oh wait, no, I have no spell slots because we used them all. We didn't rest. Oh, baby.
Also, worth noting that worm just ate a bunch of extremely volatile stuff because we had like one of every substance on the cart.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's eaten that drug.
Yeah.
So if we can just tell it to go away.
Oh yeah, good point.
That's an interesting point. Okay. So 24 hits, I assume.
Yep.
Great. Let's make a dexterity saving throw. Zuriel.
All right.
Cool, Zero. You are swallowed by the worm. You are now inside the worm.
Yeah.
Again. I think it swallows you whole.
Oh god.
Okay.
I suppose that's better than being swallowed in pieces. Though.
So you're inside the worm. You see all these barrels inside of it. Lyra, what are you trying to do while you're outside the worm?
I mean, now that he's kind of damaged, it's a bit painful. Sorry, not damaged, but he's actually within the worm again. So he's not like just in the mouth or anything that we can see him. He's actually down in the stomach now.
Yeah, he's been swallowed by this worm.
Wonderful. I know. I think I would try initially to salvage whatever I can from the cart that didn't seem like completely broken.
Okay. What does that mean?
So if we like if anything was shattered or anything, I would just ignore it. But if there's anything that's still sort of contained, I would try and move it away from the worm.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you roll an investigation check? Beautiful. With the 21, I will allow you to save 2 of the random substances.
Okay. Do I know what those substances are?
Yes. One of them is Earth's blood, one of them is dark water, one of them is a weird, finely grained sand-like thing, one of them is flaky shavings that are reflective, and one of them is a porous series of rocks the color of blood.
Oh, like what I meant was, do I choose what to save?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Does anyone have a preference on what they want?
I will say the flaky shavings are the one thing that we didn't.
Okay, so the shavings.
Okay.
Or at least what they did.
We don't really need dark water. We know where to get out.
The rocks were like crystallized blood. for petrified blood, I guess, and they worked twice as much as regular blood or something like that. The powder
Okay.
tasted like, yeah. I think that's
Oh,
everything.
is that the
I will also say that anything that you take is not inside the worm right now with Zerial. So anything that you take is something that Zerial doesn't have access to while he's inside the worm.
Okay. What did the Earth spread do? So did we test it?
Oh, take them. Okay, just for clarity's sake, I think I may have a way to save myself, but I make sure that the metal shavings aren't in there, because that might actually mess it up. Well, it's just
In the
depending,
worm?
but yeah, in the worm.
Yeah, I'll take
But I'm gonna have to use my box. I'm 100% going to have to do that.
Okay, so the flaky shavings you have, and you get one more thing.
yes.
The blood thing.
Which blood? Do you want the Earth's blood?
Like the blood rocks. The blood rocks.
Of course. Yeah. I will take
The
that.
porous rocks. Okay, cool. So you've got the flaky shavings that are reflective, and the porous series of rocks, the color of blood. Excellent. So you've successfully saved these two things from the worm and are dragging them away. And Zerial, that leaves you inside the worm.
Okay, so I think that was the time for a commercial ad break for Mr. Wonka's Fabulous Gum, because I'm going to see if I can find, like, inside of this box, use one of the charges, find a bubble gum that will allow me to blow a bubble across my body to prevent acid damage.
And you're getting this from your box?
Yeah, from the little, like the magic box or whatever.
Oh, the alchemy. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, okay. I'm down. I'm 100% down. Yeah, why don't you roll alchemy tools? Let's do this with dexterity, since you are trying to do this really quickly.
Gotcha. Covered. I'm just huffing and puffing. Oh wait, with dexterity, that's intelligence. Let's
Okay.
give me one
Roll again.
second.
Is this something you're fashioning out of the materials in the
Oh
box?
Jesus. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure I'm just like the gum is just in there, and it's just a stick of chewing gum, like
It's
labeled with Willy Wonka.
As humanly possible.
Yeah, and I'm just going, trying to blow up a bubble around my body.
With an at 20, I will 100% allow this bubble to have covered around your body. I'm gonna say that it provides you with 4 turns of protection.
That is way better than nothing.
I'm gonna, for comic relief, flash over to Tis and Celia. You guys see as the purple worm eats the cart, emerging from the ground, ripping through it.
I pull out 2 javelins and touch one to the ground, and then use the other to start clanging on it.
To start what?
To start hitting the other. Just to make
you're trying to make as much noise as possible.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
cool. Yeah, that's smart. Clang, 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 clang. Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you roll a strength check? Why don't you roll a strength saving throw?
Can do.
Can I help him?
Sure. How are you doing it?
I have a dagger, so that's metallic. I'll use that.
Awesome. Make the strength saving throw at advantage, Tis.
He's still not great. 10.
Okay.
Or,
Well, you
yeah,
are half mile away, so it's hard to do that.
Yeah, and there's
To get much
job.
mileage out of that. Beautiful. Okay. Purple worm doesn't notice the javelins clanging together, the knife clanging together, all that noise. Does notice that it's got something in its gullet. Zero, what are you doing?
There's a question. Man, if I had a nickel for every time I've been eaten by a giant worm, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
It's a classic joke. I love that.
I have no spells. I have cantrips, but like we'll have to see on that one. let's see. I have Booming Blade, Minor Illusion. You said that those. Oh God, but that might mess up the bubble. Oh boy. Okay. Can I? All right, I'll try one thing first, and then I'll try the other because the other is definitely going to be quite the chain reaction.
Go for it.
The first thing I'm going
rounds.
to do is I'm going to try Chill Touch on like the same thing that we were doing previously on the worms, like uvula. So
Sure.
I hope that does something. If that doesn't do something, then we go for the option that might kill me, but it's the thing.
Yeah, roll an attack at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh wait, what do I roll it with?
Oh, is it a saving throw?
Chill Touch is just it doesn't. Oh, it's a ranged spell attack. Okay, I just don't know how to make that. Okay, spell attack. Why do I'm sorry, it's early and I literally, for some reason, no longer know how to do this. Could you explain it to me?
It's been several weeks, and sometimes we forget things. So under, it's +8.
Okay. So
Chill Touch is
spellcasting
ranged?
ability dexterity. Your spellcasting ability is not dexterity. Your spellcasting ability is intelligence. It's +7. There you go.
Okay. Let's see. Advanced dice roller.
I had always thought Chill Touch was touch.
No. Oh. It's one of the worst named spells because it's neither cold nor a touch spell.
Is it necrotic?
No.
It is a necrotic spell that in which an icy hand touches you from a distance. Also, it's worth pointing out that the game got rid of the distinction between ranged and touch spells, so it doesn't matter in the first place.
Oh.
Besides, now ranged. They used to have a mechanical difference. Ranged spell attack and touch spell attack used to be different things, but then they got rid of it.
Interesting.
Because touch AC used to be a separate thing. 14. Yeah. Let's see. How much damage does Chill Touch do? 2d8. Why don't you roll 2d8 divided by 2? I'll divide by 2. Is this possible? Barely. Yep. So you hit the uvula, but nothing happens.
Okay.
Lyra, what are you doing? You're grabbing this stuff. You're dragging it away. It looks like the worm's turning towards you now.
Is the body of the worm like segmented? So in between layers that might be tougher, are there layers that don't look like they'd be as tough? Or as hardened, I guess.
There's joints, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that will do.
Oh.
Can I hide before I activate the spell?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll hide and I'll use Ice Storm from the bow.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you roll a stealth check first?
Yes.
See if you hide.
I hope I hide.
Let's find out. 17. I have... Ooh, interesting. What's your movement speed?
35.
35? 25? 35?
35.
35, wow. Okay, yeah, that works.
Okay. So I'll use that. So it has to make a dex saving throw, but from magical ambush that I get at 9th level, if I'm hidden once I've casted the spell, it has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against this.
Nice. Well, it is going to fail this, I think.
And I want to pin. You can like center the hailstones, I guess. So I want to try and center that on like in one of the joints or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So it gets a 3 on its dex saving throw.
I mean,
So it fails.
Yeah. So it takes 2d8 plus 46.
Nice.
And it turns the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain.
Okay, it's probably unfortunately too big to be really affected by difficult terrain, but we can come with other effects for it. I think like it slows down and like there's a storm around it. I think it's like less aware of the world around it, right? If there's hail coming down everywhere, then how could it be like aware of like what's going around if it senses things through noise and sound? So it can't sense Tis, it can't sense Celia, it can't sense Jack, and it can't sense you, Zerial, or it can't sense you. So this is definitely like a huge distraction that it's not going to be able to break free of. Zerial, trapped inside. What are you doing?
Okay, this is my second attempt. I have 4 plans laid out in equal intensity. Like it increases in intensity as it goes on.
So the acid inside its stomach starts eating through the bubblegum.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fight back with that. I am going to again open up the little box, and I'm going to see if I can find a vial of drop rot. Essentially, think the blood from Alien, right?
Mm.
Only when it comes to like everything else, it rots away. So my goal, hopefully, is to make a hole in the worm enough for me to then crawl out of.
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow an alchemist tools check here.
Okay.
I think with dexterity and on a failed roll, you lose some of your bubblegum protection because you rot through your own bubblegum.
Okay, I'm gonna take it. There's really not much else I got here, and the last option is drastic anyways. So that's fine. We'll speed up the process.
Yeah, you see the barrels are near you and all that stuff as well. Just want to put that out there.
Oh yeah, no, I know about those. That's plan 4.
Got it.
So, all right, 16.
Yeah, I think that's a success. You start burning through the skin of it, and I think you are in the spot where the ice storm is on the outside, and you are here. And so, like, this thing feels like a huge amount of pain coming from both inside and outside right now, in the same spot. Imagine if someone was dropping hailstones on your esophagus as someone on the inside of your esophagus was pouring acid on it. It would hurt a lot. Yeah. I think you're gonna turn this purple worm into like a someone who smoked too much and has a hole in their throat or whatever.
Can you tell I was a C-section baby?
I cannot.
That's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you roll 66 for me?
Okay. Bam.
Nice, good roll. Certainly, the worm does not like that experience at all. Tis and Celia, you see this small hailstorm coming all the way across this thing and ramming into it constantly, and it's like squealing in pain. And it's a little ways away from you. What do you want to do?
I don't think I don't think we're gonna be able to catch its attention at this point. We might just need to. We might just need to book it.
What's the range on Fireball?
300 feet? No.
The range is 150 feet. Are we that far away?
You're much further than that. But you're
We're
half a mile away.
Oh, a half mile? Okay.
Okay. I guess we just start running towards.
Okay. So you are 2,640 feet away. So what's your max movement speed in a turn?
30.
I'm not very far. 25.
Oh, if we dash, 60.
Double it, so 60 or 50. let's just do the math quickly. So Tis, you'll be there in 44 turns. Celia, you'll be there in 53 turns.
I'll make it just in time to see my skeleton.
You know.
We probably have
Okay.
to.
And
Can-
that brings us. Oh, go.
Sorry. Can you dash while flying?
Sure.
Because if I fly, then I've got a flying speed of 60 feet, so that would be 120 feet a turn.
So you want to know how fast you would get there under those circumstances?
Yeah.
22 turns.
Still an eternity.
Do you guys remember when Mochi, like, I distinctly remember Mochi having something that made him just, like, ridiculously fast.
The tabaxi thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tabaxi plus a dash plus something else. I forget what it was, but it was hilarious.
Expeditious retreat, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I think it was.
We need that.
Yeah, because the tabaxi thing allows you to double your movement for a turn, and expeditious retreat allows you to move as a bonus action. So that would have been 25, 50, 75. That would have been 150 feet in turn.
You know how it be. But yikes.
So is Celia thinking rationally? Is she like, oh God, even if I fly, I'm not going to be there in time? Or is Celia like, I need to get there as soon as possible and just cast fly on herself?
I think in this scenario,
Or Tiff?
Speaking for Celia, I think in this scenario she would probably look at Tis for guidance because she's not as close to Zerial as she is to Tis.
Tis is like, I could dismiss Tempest and bring them back here. He can move 60 feet. He's faster than I am, twice as fast.
Okay, you get the horse and I'll fly.
Okay, yeah, okay. I dismiss Tempest and I summon them back right in front of me.
And he like kneels down so that you can hop on quickly.
Thank you very much, Tim.
And immediately starts galloping. And Celia, you're casting fly on yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to keep up because a fly speed of 60 matches the horse's run speed of 60. That's 120 feet a turn if you're dashing. So
Yep.
A while, but
still takes 22 turns, but we'll get there, I guess. Excellent. Zerial, you're inside the worm. This acid thing is working, but it's not done yet. Oh, this is your last turn, by the way.
Yeah, I figured. All right, I'm gonna give myself like perhaps one more turn, or at least a better chance of surviving. And could I see if there's a potion of supreme healing inside the little box?
You want to inside your little box?
Or something. I'm not sure. Communion wafers that are flavored.
Communion wafers.
Like,
I mean,
flavored with the real juice. Like, I don't know.
I would argue that there's a non-zero chance you can make one.
The biggest thing that I'm worried about is if I explode everything, which was the plan at some point, I don't think I'll make the damage save either. So,
well, you have death saves either way. Don't forget that.
True. Okay. You know what? Actually, you know what? I am going against my moral code of doing the most drastic thing in every situation.
On my on my character on my model of you as a character, it does say that you have a 44 plus 4 healing potion.
That would work. All right, and then as a bonus action, I can Booming Blade because that was the plan to ignite it.
Well, if you're drinking the healing potion itself is a bonus action.
Oh shit! Sorry, I meant the opposite. It's the action to attack. And oh wait, no, is it a bonus action, or do I get a bonus action?
You don't get a bonus action. You can either Booming Blade or you can healing potion. You
Oh,
can't.
good point. Okay. Yeah, I think you know what? We're going for it. I'm gonna cast Booming Blade and see if I can ignite the barrels. But I'm gonna do so like with just the tip of my sword, because like if it's eating through at least a little bit of the worm meat, I'm just going to sliver myself inside the worm meat. You know,
Yeah.
it's like see if I can like at least have some protection as I just
Sure.
touch it with the tip of my sword.
Yeah. Why don't you make an attack for me?
Okay. How would one miss an attack in the inside?
Inside an esophagus, you're like there's like it's squeezing and pushing you in various directions. You don't have a lot of room to swing. It's
Very
really more a
true.
matter of like, can you hit? But a 12 hits.
With a +8. That was a 4.
Well, you needed
That
to
roll.
get you need to get above an 11, so you hit by 1. Yeah. Cool. Perfect. Yeah. So you hit this thing. Can you roll booming blade damage for me?
Yep.
And which substance are you going for? Are you going for the earth split? Or are you going for the what are you
It
going
was
for here?
the Earth's blood that what's it called?
Yeah.
Amplified the stuff. So yeah, I'm going for that.
Okay. Cool. And you rolled. Sorry, did you say a 6 on 2d8?
That is the on the whatever. That's the psychic
And then
is
the psychic damage as well as another 2d8.
yeah. It's just the attack damage,
48.
and then the booming blade is 6. So
Cool. That's 48 times 15. 15 times 4 is 60. Yeah. Cool. Can you roll for me 60 d8?
wait, 6D8?
60 d8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got it. 60 D8. Should I add a modifier of +1 just for shits and giggles?
No, not all of these do damage. This is the way the magic is resolved is slightly different. So I have to do it.
She covered.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28. 28 plus 15. Okay. So you people who are flying and or riding as fast as you can in this direction, I'm gonna narrate this from your guys' perspective. The wind is hitting your ears as you're moving as fast as you possibly can. You see this ring of icicles just stabbing over and over into this worm. And it seems to have like this joint that's going in and out and in and out, like it was this weird tough thing that is somehow, some way, not as tough as it should be. And then suddenly, when it goes in, it then starts expanding outward, like this weird flab of purple worm flesh that just expands, almost as if it's like an inflatable balloon, like is inside of it, and it just starts expanding outward. And you see the worm like tighten and stiffen and go straight up, but the middle of it just expands like this balloon, and then pops in every direction. And you see the body of a friend of yours go flying and crash into the ground. And you see this worm has just broken into 2, and the top part just collapses over on its side. Let's see, who do we start with? Celia, you're in the air, right?
Yeah.
I need you to make a perception check.
Okay.
Got the flying, we got the sleigh, we got everything. I am truly Santa Claus.
Celia, you spot where Zerial's unconscious body falls into the sand. Tunk, like a rocket. coming to Earth.
Is he moving?
No.
Is the back of the worm moving?
I think it's wiggling like death throes, but it's not alive anymore. It's dead.
Okay. I'm gonna change trajectory and go straight towards Serial.
Yeah, do you let anyone know?
I'm gonna like call Tis, but
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say anything to them. Just
Yeah.
keep flying.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. He has flown a long way, so it's actually closer to you than to Lyra. Lyra, you see this worm just explode before you. What do you do?
How far away was Zerial from me?
Yeah, why don't you roll a perception check? Yeah. I mean, he blew away maybe 600 yards flying across the sky.
What was 600 yards? Cool.
600 meters, we'll say.
1800 feet. Okay. Wow. Okay. Jesus Christ. I think I'll go up to the well. If I see Celia going in the general direction where Zero was,
Mhm.
I think I'll go up to the creature's center of explosion.
Mhm.
And see if I can look at any of the contents. Like, is there any venom or anything that is there? Or
Yeah,
whatever.
why don't you roll a nature check?
Oh, we're not good at nature. Yeah, we're not good at nature.
Yeah. I mean, there's something corrosive that like taps your hand a little bit, but it doesn't sting a lot. But it seems a little corrosive.
Can I collect a couple of vials of that anyway? It might be interesting for Zero. Though.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Zerial, I need a death save.
Oh, boy. Let's roll it. That's not 20.
Excellent. So Zerial, you come to at 1 hit point.
Yeah, baby. So does this mean that I've learned the spell fly? Just only for a very, very short amount of time.
Wow. Yeah, quite a ways away from the worm, but you see the worm is split in two.
I'm just gonna like hastily keep in mind like I am beat up as all hell, and I'm just going to stand up and I'm gonna look at the worm and I'm gonna raise my arms like yeah.
Yeah, those worm guts covering you. Celia, you see Zerial stand up and raise his fist in triumph. Tis, you see Zerial stand up and raise his fist in triumph.
Of course, it's a net 20.
And I think with that, we will take our break. And with the death of the purple worm and the miraculous recovery of Zero, I was going to play through the recovery of Zero, but the faith decided that Jack is luckier than Lyra. So with that, we will take our break.
You have no idea how often this stuff happens. Every time.
Hey everyone, we're back. Hope you're doing okay. As always, I would like to take a moment here at the top of the second hour to encourage you to take care of yourself and take care of others. There are people in the world who are less well off than you, and they could use your support. Whoever that is in your life, whatever that looks like for you, I don't know, but try to help someone. Try to find a way to help really anyone, doing whatever it is that you think would be helpful to them. It's really important to do. And nothing I've seen has ever changed that, really. I think that's one of the most important aspects of being human. I, right now, am being helped by a very soft, warm blanket that is keeping me warm because it's a little chilly here. It's not actually cold, but it's a little chilly. And I'm grateful for this blanket right now. Um, as always, we have other content on this channel. You should check out some of that other content as well. We've got 3 shows running on this channel right now, sometimes 4, but right now 3. This show, which you're watching right now, this evening's show, which will be on in about 5 hours, where we do things in Chalestra, the city by the sea, or the country by the sea, and the capital of Racy, and sort of explore that then. And then our Sunday game as well, which is Sundays at noon Pacific Standard Time. All 3 of these games are in the same world. We've got a couple other games that are in the same world as well that are off stream, and they all sort of impact and affect each other in interesting ways. For instance, this group doesn't know this, but they could be cursing out another group that imprisoned a purple worm up on an alien ship that then crashed to this planet. They're not, because they don't know this, but they could be if they wanted to. And with that, let's dive back into things. Zerial, how are you feeling?
Taking a long nap in the sand right about now. Despite being technically alive, I think rocketing about 1,000+ feet in one direction, landing on your head after a massive explosion out of an acidic worm, takes its toll on a guy. So I'll be taking a nice long nap as long as you need me.
So, I think that Tiss and Celia get there relatively quickly. I think that Lyra is busy salvaging things. Oh, why am I so cold? It shouldn't be that cold. Okay, sorry. Lyra is busy salvaging things, what she can from the cart. But Tiss and Celia get there relatively quickly, and you see before you Zerial. There's this weird sticky white goop on him. There's parts of his clothing has been burnt away. Other things are scarred and shattered and burnt to a crisp. And he I think it's safe to say looks like a mess. This is without a doubt the least well kept you've ever seen Zerial, ever in your lives. And there he is.
I'm gonna kiss for his water and get my water out as well, and start trying to like get the corrosive stuff off Zerial's hands at least, and like face.
Yeah, trying to wash him clean. Yeah, why don't you roll a medicine check?
Don't think medicine is particularly my strong suit.
I don't care. That's still what you're doing. And a 16 ain't bad. Also, you're not that bad at medicine. +6 is pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, you're doing a good job there. Washing him off. Zero, how does it feel to get water poured on you?
5 more minutes. Please, I don't want to wake up yet. It's not due till tomorrow.
Dude, man, I'm not like that at all. Okay. Excellent. Tiss, what about you? What are you doing?
I'm gonna, assuming I can take 12 minutes or 12 seconds to do this, I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, and then I'm gonna use a few points of Lay on Hands. I think.
Excellent. Yeah, let's give him some hit points. So 11 plus your charisma mod.
Oh yes. Oh no. Yeah. You're right. So it's 14.
14 hit points.
And then I'll give him 6 on top of that with Lay on Hands.
Nice. 20 healing to you, Zerial.
Now at 21. I still can't believe you were totally playing it out too. It would have been great.
You gotta go where the dice go.
You really do.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It would have been great in some ways, but this is also great. It's a totally, guys, you coming to go check on Zero to save his life, panicked that you're gonna find a dead body, and instead you find like Zero just like sleeping, like not unconscious, like I'm tired, nap time.
You see him torn limb from limb into 5 equal pieces, but he was merely pretending to be dead.
I mean, yes, right. This is a miracle. This is miraculous, and he's awake.
The worm exploded, literally. How are you alive?
It was pretty fun too.
Can I ask how many hit points the worm had?
How you want to go over and look at the worm?
I would actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lay here till you guys leave. I'm still taking a nap. This sand is warm.
Sure, yeah, you can go look at the worm. Okay. Oh, I see. Pardon me while I roll something quickly behind the scenes. GM roll. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you make your way over to the worm. You see Lyra picking through things. Lyra, do you say anything to Celia and Tiss as they arrive?
I probably just do it like Hugo. Here's the remnants. But I think it'll probably occur to me as I walk over that I might go towards the head and try and, I guess, cut through it a bit, because if it's anything like earthworms, it may well regenerate its body from its head side, and that's just not a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you want to go like try and hack up the head and all that stuff. Cool. Yeah, I love it. Sounds good to me. Tiss and Celia, what are you guys doing over here?
I wanted to come over here mainly just to look and see how big this thing is that Zerial just exploded from the inside and somehow didn't die.
Yeah, it's huge. It's actually gargantuan, technically, mechanically. So it is about 65 feet long. And about well, it kind of varies in its width, but it's about a 20-foot diameter mouth.
Thalia just turns to Tiss and she's like, there was only one of these, right?
As far as I could tell. I should have asked the ship when I could. God, yeah. Oh, actually, we saw where it was being kept. Could we tell whether that space would accommodate more than one?
It's very hard to say, because that space was definitely too small for this thing. You definitely saw that was where this was being kept, but it was definitely too small for this thing.
So did it grow into the space it had? Potentially. So maybe they kept it in a smaller cage so it couldn't grow to unsustainable levels.
That means it
In
grew
which case, the
incredibly
desert was
fast.
the worst place to crash that thing.
Yeah. I'd like to try to start taking samples of a few different tissues. Muscles, skin, tendon, bone. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you roll a medicine check?
I'm so proud.
Well, it's an alien thing, so now I'm actually in mundane Earth stuff or Isaim stuff. 8.
Yeah, you get samples of a bunch of different things. The hide of the skin is really tough still. It's hard to get through. But, pretty much everything else you asked for, you got.
I'll bring them over.
It's nap time, dude.
I pat his cheek. Hey, come on, I healed you.
It's been a long day, man.
I'll just hold the pieces up to your nose. Like, are these samples good?
God, Jesus, get it away, please.
I've never taken samples before, but I thought we should get them for the.
No, you did good. It's just I'm done with worms for now.
Oh, sure. No, okay, yeah, I feel that.
Understandably.
I'll just put these away then.
The spirit of the worm god says, "This is what happens when you suggest turning us into glue." No, sorry. Celia, you are investigating this worm creature?
Yeah, mainly just to see, like, in case we encounter anything like this again. I just want to know as much as I can about it.
Sure, yeah. Why don't you roll a investigation check for me?
Sure.
Wow, with a 25, I will answer 5 questions for you that you might have about this creature.
That's a really I don't know.
Maybe you could use them to find out. Okay, go.
This is probably a really dumb question.
Ask your question.
How does it hear? Because I assume it doesn't really have ears.
Yeah, it has blind sight and tremor sense as its ability to sense. It has blind sight to 30 feet and tremor sense to 60 feet. So it senses vibration. So it actually is not hearing at all. It senses vibration.
I don't think Celia would have encountered anything like that before. So that's interesting.
Pretty new to you.
It
also probably means it doesn't actually live in space.
Yeah.
Tremor sense is not super useful in space.
What would it eat?
That's an excellent question. Let's see what I have here. Let's see. It seems to eat precious minerals on a large scale. Though also giant spiders and things of that sort. You find remnants of all sorts of living creatures inside of it. But you also find these weird crystallized remains.
So wherever this thing came from, there were also giant spiders there. Great.
Or they were used as a feeding source.
Oh yeah. I'm not quite sure how to word this one, but what are its main points of defense? Or is it a very kind of attacking kind of creature?
It has an 18 for its AC, and a lot of that comes from the fact that its hide is very, very tough. It also burrows underground very quickly, as you have learned, as a way of defense and escape.
So it's more likely to run away than attack them. Or it seems built that way.
Yeah, I mean it's also huge and can probably eat things. So
is there anything that is that it's susceptible to, or that it's vulnerable to?
Conveniently, it doesn't like ice. Ice. You see that the ice attacks around the edges of it that were launched by Lyra seem to have been particularly effective.
Cool. Does anyone have a suggestion for the 5th question? Maybe something that it's like definitely not vulnerable to.
It doesn't have any resistances of any kind. It just has that high 18 AC.
And a low dex, obviously, because it can't.
Yeah, you could ask a stat question. I'll answer stat questions if you want to ask. If you want to say what is its blank, I'll tell you that. If you want to say what's its speed, what's its hit points, what's its strength, what's its con, or what's its saving throw. But you can ask any question.
What about magic?
It is not resistant to magic, nor does it have the capability of casting magic. It is, I think, the more you study it, the more you tend to think of it more as like it's not an intelligent creature. It's more bestial than that. It might even be.
Okay.
It's certainly. I mean, mechanically speaking, this creature is not as smart as a house cat in this game. So take that as a rule.
Okay. So from that, the only magic that we've seen with the aliens is the was it evocation magic that I used, or was it something else?
Yep.
To turn on the terminals, but they might not have known any other fields of magic if that's the only one they used, because the other ones didn't seem to work. So that's interesting.
That's funny. This thing was more like the ship's house cat than the.
I get the impression that the brain shrimp was more like the ship's weapon rather than house cat.
Oh, I'd gotten the impression that they were like. Oh no, yeah. Didn't the ship tell us that they were like a mind control?
Yeah, like they used them in like bargaining.
I guess I also got the impression then that they were passengers.
Oh. I kind of just assumed that they were happy to be there. I don't know why.
Maybe.
Yeah, like just it seems like a good life for them to like infect whoever they like, you know?
Possibly.
I didn't expect the end of the worm. It'd probably take a bit of some time to walk to, but like, is there any evidence of like a cocoon-like structure where it might have essentially baby worms?
Yeah. Why don't you roll a medicine check for me?
We really don't like worms.
This is the worm episode.
You know, I could totally see the hilarity in the fact that the headless worm's body sinks into the sand, and the other end of the worm also has a head and immediately swallows Zuriel up again.
I worried about that actually.
Yeah.
It was me like.
So these worms do have the capability of reproducing. You can determine that from looking at them. But this one, if it doesn't have any eggs inside of it, if it laid its eggs, it has done so already. There's nothing inside of it that is egg-laying, but it is an egg.
Okay, that's a
I
slight worry.
really hope there are no eggs.
Hey guys, I found these neat little eggs.
Okay.
Easter egg hunt, anyone? Pancakes?
That was
Oh
the
my god.
first game I played with Matt, actually.
Mm.
That
Hunt
was,
for the Dragon Kin.
yeah. Wait, were you in that same game or no?
I've run that one a couple times. I don't know if
Oh, okay.
you guys are in the same one. Fun one.
Oh, that would be so funny if we were.
Oh man, that would be hilarious. Sprout was a good boy, a good lad.
I liked throughout. Okay.
I'd say we head back. Like we have a good amount of stuff, and it's okay to just kind of leave this horrid desert.
Yeah, I should make another sleigh.
Yeah. Well, do we have anything to carry at this point that's not inside the worm?
I think we got all our barrels back.
Got 2 of the barrels back.
Yeah. I mean,
The bloodstone and the small mirror shavings.
We could probably
Okay.
just carry those.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna carry them, but you have a higher strength score than any of us, so you're going to be our buff wizard, and then Tis.
Or I could just,
obviously.
do you want to piggyback?
You know what? Honestly, that wouldn't even be terrible. You know what? Actually, better idea. I'm just going to tie a rope around my waist and just give it to you to drag me along the sand.
You can sit on a piece of broken sleigh.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That is good enough for me.
We do still have the horse. Tempest is still there.
Yeah.
That is true.
There we go. Tempest can drag the little piece of broken sleigh with cereal on it.
Okay.
Also, just sit on the horse.
You know what? Even better idea. You know how they... Okay, this is entirely morbid. But, like, they put dead bodies over horses horizontally, and then they tie the hands to the feet. Very, very apt idea for just carrying me. Not bad. Very low effort on my part.
Like a bounty.
You should be dead, so maybe we should just do that.
Hey, you know, to be honest, yeah.
Guys, nothing's gonna happen between you and town. So you guys make it back to town. I'm just gonna
not another 4 baby worms that had already sprouted up. I'd assume they heard the smell of Zirio's blood. They immediately got riled.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Cool.
So you guys make it back to the encampment. Back home, sort of. Current home.
Should we just all take a long rest?
People see you and recognize you and say, "What happened to you?"
Worms. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Worms.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Big worm.
It was a really big worm, to be fair.
So I think Lenia walks up to you with a clipboard and looks you up and down and says, "You all right, Tis?"
Mostly. Did you need something? Did we need something, I should say?
Just checking in. You're back, and I don't know if I was expecting you back at this time or not, but you didn't really tell me what to expect, so I just thought I felt like I should just stop by and say hello whenever you come back into town.
Oh,
get out of the dungeon, back from the desert, or whatever.
We investigated Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, that the guild currently is specifically about the dungeon, and so I'm not entirely certain if your excursions into the desert are covered under guild law, but we could certainly discuss that.
No, that was just a private endeavor. We investigated that meteor. It wasn't a meteor. It was... Is anyone around?
No, just your people in Lenia.
It wasn't a meteor. It was a vessel of some sort, like a
vessel?
sailing ship. Yeah, yes, like a sailing ship, but it was not designed to move across water.
A sailing ship that was not designed to move across water. That is highly unusual.
Highly.
What was designed to move across? The desert?
I don't think so, because it didn't look like it was meant to skid across either, and the way it fell, it looked as if it fell out of the sky.
It looked as if it fell out of the sky.
From the angle of the crash of the recess that it was in, that it created. I mean, it was a meteor. It behaved as a meteor. It fell.
Guys, can you give me 1 second? Sorry, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I think at this point, Zerial's going to have a minor phobia of worms.
I mean,
I think that's totally appropriate. Sorry, I'm back. I apologize. Sail across the sky.
I mean, we thought it was a meteor. It wasn't. It was a ship that fell from the star.
That's certainly above my pay grade. Is there loot to be distributed or coin to be organized into the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, yes, actually. Because being that it fell out of the sky, everything inside that is foreign. Completely foreign. To say the least. Okay, so the short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, but there's something in there that actually could to surmise that the brain chimp was the reason that Zerial's behavior changed?
Yes.
Okay. There's something in there that takes possession of a humanoid host and can make them act differently than they might otherwise. I don't know if it's like mind control enchantment kind of thing or what, but I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't go in there without proper protections covering the openings of the face, as it appeared to make its entry through. And also, I wouldn't go there without an extremely organized that can make sure that they're taken over.
Should we organize such a group to go in and with the protections and proper qualifications?
Yes, that might be, but I think we should be there. And also, I don't know why I didn't think of this first. Maybe the strangest thing about it, it's alive. The vessel is not just a vessel; it's a creature, either made into a vessel or born as a vessel. I'm not sure. But
so, like a bird that one could be inside of.
Actually, kind of, yes. I didn't get the sense that it was much like a bird in its thinking, but it is kind of like that. It sails through the sky and you're right inside it.
So you connected with its mind?
Yes, trying to explain speak with animals without just saying speak. I am able to communicate with bestial forms, with bestial, and I tried to do that with it, and it worked. It's some sort of simple creature. It was able to communicate rough ideas more than full sentences. It's alive.
Intriguing.
And
so
as such,
we need a group that is willing to go there, that is protected from mental manipulation powers, and will treat the ship with some degree of respect since the vessel is alive.
Yes, and it's also injured, so somebody with a mechanical engineering proficiency, as well as a physician that is comfortable with non-Isaemian life forms.
This is a tall order for a first mission for the guild, but I will see what I can do. Linnea has been taking notes this entire time, scribbling across the page, organizing everything, and looks at you and nods. And, any final instructions?
Do you pay yourself through the guild?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I figured you would. Okay, because you do excellent.
As of right now, because you are, because the guild is new, I'm the only paid person. Technically, you're not being paid through the guild.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Ideally, long term, of course, you would be, since you are an officer of the guild. I don't know if you knew that, but I made you an official officer of the guild. You were voted in. Congratulations.
I was voted?
But, yes.
Oh. control structures.
It's a thing that will happen, and we're going to work with it for now. But nonetheless, yes, you were voted in and are currently in charge of the guild. But also, you decided that you were going to forego your salary until such time as the guild was soluble and could afford to pay you. Yes.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you. Pay aside, thank you. You're doing a great job.
Excellent. I will see what I can do to find a group that can meet our criteria. And she turns and walks away. Does anyone have anyone that they want to check in with while they are in town? Anyone?
Can I show the stuff I collected from the worm to Nolly?
Sure.
And see if she can tell us anything about the creature.
So you make your way over to Nolri's tent. And Nolri looks at you as you enter and says, "Oh, come in. Hi. How goes the quest to dig further into the tomb?"
Oh, it's this is what's gonna test my mind. We haven't gone back into the tomb for like 2 months. It's going okay. We're making progress.
Excellent. Did you just come here to tell me that you're making progress, or did you come here to tell me something else?
I think Lyra's gonna like hesitate and stumble a bit because I think she'll be a bit nervous in front of Nari. And then just sort of shakily hand her this with no context. And just show her the vials.
The vials of Earthblood? Or of which vials are you showing her?
The ones that I collected of whatever the stuff was from the worm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, like the samples that you took. Perfect. She looks at it and she says, "Intriguing. I see here something burrowing through stone. Is this?" And she gets excited for a second. "Is this evidence of the creature that's beneath the temple?"
I mean, we found it under the ground, and that's where it came up to us from, but it wasn't in the temple.
Right, it's the wrong color. This is purple. I would expect it to be like a reddish orange. Interesting. Do you have curiosity about this creature?
Yes. I was wondering if you could tell me anything about its composition or anything based on what I have provided, or anything about where it may be from.
I have spells. I could cast a ritual and discover something about it. Do you want one true answer to one good question?
Oh, decisions. Yes, sure. Oh, good question.
What question do you wish to have the answer to?
How far does your knowledge spread? Is it going to be exclusively about just the creature, or would you be able to say anything about where it's actually from?
All I can do is attempt the spell. It's a spell that reveals true things. It uncovers things. It may not necessarily tell me what it means, but it will tell me the truth.
Okay. Do I have a question? If anyone has a question, feel free to just throw it at me because I don't quite know.
Maybe like chemical properties. Like what would it compare to, or uh, what would it compare to, on in a broad sense, uh, in like chemical reactions, um,
Oh,
broadly.
is anything similarly? Like, isn't that okay? Um,
Oh, I guess you already know it's a bit acidic, right?
yeah.
With parts of it being a lot acidic.
Are there any chemicals that could be used that would have adverse effects on it?
Do you wish me to ask a chemistry question of the gods and magic?
Oh my god. I mean, maybe the gods like chemistry.
I mean, I'm not saying they can't answer. I'm just saying that couldn't you just put this in a box and just drop chemicals on it until something has a strong reaction?
Could do that. No, could use a thought up.
We do have an alchemist too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, I would hate working on the worm.
Could a creature like this be controlled to work for us?
Anything can be controlled. I don't need to ask the gods for that.
Do you know how this specific one could be controlled? Would this fare up against a god?
With this, sorry, would you what?
Would a creature like this have any kind of damage or effects against a god?
No.
Oh, that's helpful.
I mean, I could control a creature like this. But it's not strong enough for me.
They're a stronger creature. Oh, okay. I really don't know what to ask that's going to be useful.
Well, then perhaps this free question isn't for you. You brought it here with questions. I'm happy to answer them in a theoretical or discussion-based system, but there's only so much I can do, but I can always ask. The universe might have answers.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's totally fair. You don't have to. But, she's offering. Anyone else have anything they want to check in on while they're here?
Definitely want to see if I can't stock up on the supplies. Healing potions, definitely a great idea.
Yeah, how you doing on cash?
Decent. Let's see. 1,725 gold. So, not terrible. And then
You're in good shape. Here we go. So you can get either basic healing potions or greater healing potions. Greater healing potions are going to cost you 250. Healing potions are going to cost you 50.
Gotcha covered. So I'll get 4 of the graders, and that'll be 1,000. Oh wait, do we get the discount because of the what's it called? Thing or guild?
Oh yeah, didn't we have an op to slow down to slow down Songshore's production, or no, delivery of potions, and to begin our own?
Yeah, we taught them to make their own.
Thank you. You are right. Let me add that to my notes here.
Yeah, you might need to check in with Lenia too. I can make.
Sure.
Yeah, you get a 20% discount then. So the greater healing potions are 200.
Alrighty. So that's going to be 5 to 1,000, right?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So I'm gonna add 5.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna spend the rest to 725 on a very, very nice card. Not like very nice, just sturdy and.
Well, it's not going to cost you nearly that much.
Well, I want to do some specific upgrades to it.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
But a basic card is 15 gold. So we'll starting from that as a base.
Cool. So like, I'll get like the sturdiest cart possible.
Great. We'll call that 25 gold.
Cool. And then I'm gonna see if I can't get winches and grappling hooks attached to the front and then the sides.
Okay. We'll call that 50 gold.
All right. And I can't honestly think of anything else. I was just kind of the plan, and I'm very glad that it happened. So.
Yep. 50 gold for your modded out cart.
Nice. We're playing Mario Kart now, boys.
Also, there's no way we're not taking a long rest in town, so don't worry about that. If you want to take a long rest, feel free to take a long rest. But while we're here, does anyone else want to check in with anyone? Celia, Tias, Lyra, Zerial.
I feel like I should probably check in with ADS, but I don't want to because I don't trust him. So
I mean, why would you trust him? He's a blood wizard.
So am I.
I mean, you picked that, and you know, so did he.
Don't judge us all as one group.
I'm not judging you all as one group. I'm saying that literally your master, to whom you are apprenticed.
I'm regretting that decision. The apprenticeship, the blood.
Just are you really? Well, if you'd like to check with him, you can feel free to check in with him.
I would quite like to get another quarterstaff because I think mine broke.
Okay, you have a new quarterstaff. It was 2 gold.
2 gold. Okay.
Oh, speaking of evil, I need some fresh halfling. or at least we'll say hair from a halfling.
Got it. There you go.
I will make my halfling.
Okay. Yeah. So you need hair from a halfling. I'm gonna charge you for that unless you. Is there a halfling in the party? No, none of you are halflings, right?
Wait.
I'm a halfling.
Oh, yeah. Celia's a halfling. You're right. Sorry. Celia, do you provide hair for this?
Yeah. If he tells me what he
to. You know, we'll just leave it like really fucking creepy. You're like, totally don't think you're a witch, but I'm gonna need your hair for some tests.
Okay.
Definitely not confirming that you're not a witch.
Zerial, can you let's make an alchemist tools check to see if we can make this potion of halfling luck.
Got you covered. Actually,
this can be with intelligence.
All right. Another thing, can I also test on the side to see how much, like, what percentage witch Celia is?
Yeah, sure.
All right, and I'm assuming that leaves up to Celia.
Sorry, what?
Oh, and I'm assuming the decision of how much which it turns out to be is entirely Celia's.
No, I think Celia's 0% witch. There's literally a witch class. She's a blood wizard.
I don't know. I'm just going to say that it's a failed test. It must be something off with the results.
Hey. So with a 10, that is enough. Okay, here's the deal. Are you giving this potion of halfling luck to Lyra?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the deal, Lyra. On your character sheet, I want you to put. Let's see. Let me take a look at your character sheet. You see where it says you have a resource favors? I'm going to give you another resource. This is going to be luck.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, this is not a replenishable resource yet because the roll was bad. But this is going to be luck, and you're going to have 1 point of luck. But this is halfling luck. That means that you can re-roll 1 time when you get a 1 on a d20 roll.
You know, it doesn't sound great, but with Lyra, that is the physical best upgrade that you can probably.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Probably
So, do you
two.
want to talk to ADS? Do you not want to talk to ADS? Do you want to convince them to be less creepy? I don't know. You have to tell me what you want to do.
I want to spend my time making plants.
Beautiful. I love it. Any particular plants?
Yes, specifically ones that I can sell. So fruits for the tavern that they can make into drinks. And some more of that gum arabic because I feel like that could be useful.
Yeah, I like it. Why don't you roll nature for me?
Sure. Also, what happened to our giant? Where did we put him?
You left him at home. Grastic's at home.
Oh, okay. I'll make some berries for Graphic. He seemed to like them. Also, a carrot for the horse. Make a carrot for the horse.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think with that we will say that it is. Let's see what's reasonable. We're gonna give you 285 gold from selling fruit to the store.
Fab. Thank you.
Nice, no problem.
How long did that take me? How long did that take me, just for future reference?
You spent like most of the afternoon doing it.
Okay.
I guess you spent like 4 hours in the morning adventuring, maybe 3 hours in travel both ways. So it's like an hour and a half. So it's like 7 hours of like a 16-hour day. So it's like 9 hours.
Okay.
Of making some fruits, making some carrots, making some other things. Grass that gets full again.
Aww.
And I guess that's where we'll call today's episode, guys.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys wow. You guys defeated a purple worm that I was not expecting you to defeat. So that's a not bad amount of experience for you guys all. Even though I wasn't expecting it. Guys, what level are you guys?
9 currently. You know, I gotta say, that is, I think, what could be considered as a textbook legendary feat is blowing up a worm with you inside of it, rocketing out thousands of yards, and then just standing up and being okay afterwards.
I don't disagree. What is the what's the current group level?
Oh man.
What is the current group level?
Oh, 9.
9.
9. Got it. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's 4,400 experience piece a piece.
One more time.
4,400 experience points each.
Now we just wait for Celia to do the, for Emily to do the math, and we're on our way.
I got
Me getting my calculator out.
I got 61,947.
Yep, that's right.
Same. Okay.
All right.
Okay, nice guys. Not bad at all. How much is it? 60 what?
61,000.
Wow, you guys are almost to level 10. Probably next session. Just yes. Good stuff, team. Hope you all had fun. Guys, it's good to play again. It's been a while, so I'm grateful for the chance to play again. It is always nice to play. And it's always good to see your faces and to spend time with y'all because I like y'all. Y'all are fun, and I approve. So, everyone go live good and happy lives. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And, well, we're back on here later today, so you can come check us out later today. Or if you like this particular show, hey, we're back next Thursday, and I'll see you guys then. Go live good and happy lives, and never forget to call your cat and feed your mom. Bye, everyone.